So, to start, I want you guys to quickly get out your crayons, whatever you have next to you, whether it be a marker, crayons, pencils, and I want you to quickly just sketch yourself. And after you sketch yourself, I want a description of kind of how you drew yourself and description about yourself. A quick, brief description. I'll give you guys about 30 seconds to about a minute or 30 seconds, and then I'll move forward. Thank you guys all for being here, and thank you guys for all your support. I appreciate it. Now, I know it's kind of quick, but you guys can sketch as needed. Now, I'm going to talk briefly about the goals and the intentions of these goals. So hold on to those pictures. You will be using them, and we'll refer to them very soon, but that is just for you to have at the moment. Now, our learning objectives for today is one, we want to be able to recognize multiple cultures. And we also want to know what surface culture is versus deep culture is, and how we can see ourselves within both. The second goal is the ability to utilize or to bring in multicultural curriculum to meet our students' needs. And to meet all students' needs, not equally, but with equity. Our third thing we are looking for, our third goal that we are going to do is learn how we can create a nice, positive school culture for our students. Okay, so the definition, culture. Culture is defined as you've seen up here. We think of just basic norms. We think of values. We think of how the viewpoints and how a group of people, how a group of people have viewpoints and how we see those viewpoints. Okay, so culture is the viewpoints by different people, obviously different eras, different times, different places. Okay, moving forward. Why? Okay, before I go back. Okay, right there. Okay, so this is kind of where we refer back to that picture. So when we look at that picture, we kind of seen something. We've seen most of the guys is on your pictures, on your descriptions. We look and we see a lot of surface culture, and we'll define what that is and what that means. For example, our surface culture is primarily based on socialization. That big word socialization just means how society views people, or the societal norms on what is appropriate and what is not. And that's how we get to say what is appropriate to us or not in society, in our own ways. For example, if I'm in a club like the Yankees, the baseball team, for them, what's considered not social or not part of their societal views in their clubhouse is not to shave. To have a beard in the Yankees dugout is considered as abnormal. And now, surface culture is that same thing. So surface culture is kind of what I told you guys you were looking at. We've seen that there are different things that we described ourselves with. Some of us described ourselves by the way we dress, some of our interests, even just some basic celebrations we have with others. For example, not everybody celebrates Christmas, not everybody celebrates Halloween, okay? And explaining ourselves in that senses. And that's called surface culture, where it's these basic conscious things we can see. Next, after that, we have this thing called deep culture. Deep culture is what we did not list, and we'll talk about the things that we will be able to see that we did not list. For example, this is our own personal space, maybe, ideas of childbearing, because different cultures, different groups of people have different beliefs towards it. Our concepts of food, do we enjoy food? Is food something that we just use to survive? Maybe different viewpoints in that essence, okay? And then also our concepts of ourselves, how we view ourselves, how we view anything related to these different categories, such as sex, class, and occupations. So jobs, for example, male teachers, which I am today. Yes, something unconscious that we may not